Crypto wants to go higher. It's screaming higher. Bitcoin wants to go higher, breaking out of that parallel channel. Ethereum wants to go higher after consolidating this wedge. It faked the breakout down to the downside, faked the breakdown, reclaimed it, bounced, reclaimed again. We've got great confluence on the daily and weekly chart, which is a great indicator to go long. I think we're gonna, over this previous high here. I mean, honestly, there's a huge key level here at the 28.58. I think once you explode over that, I mean, already the EMAs have flipped on the daily. The weekly also looking good. I think you've got to climb a little bit more on the monthly, but pretty much you've already cleared the barriers there. We're going higher, right? So also looking great as well. Wants to go higher, breaking out of this parallel channel as well. Similar to Bitcoin, it wants to go higher. Even when we look at some of the more smaller, nascent, what do you call them, benign names? I'm not sure that's the right descriptor, but regardless, this is starting to look really good as well. So I'll say starting to look good, not really good. I won't be too hyperbolic because we're not there yet, but it's on the path, ADA even. So, I mean, just kind of just builds into the rest of the market, right? Everything's been crazy bullish, I mean, literally when tech takes a break, retail takes off. Retail takes a break, energy takes off. When energy takes a break, industrials break out. Literally, it's just been a baton task for every sector breaking out to the upside. This isn't actually like last year's market where it was more of a, 7 companies carrying the whole index higher, where everything else was just kind of, middling around, an AI hype. No, this actually seems stronger. The breadth is really, really strong in this market. And it has been, honestly, for a minute. For someone like me who is bearish, we got the rally early on in the year, right? I'm pointing at the screen. You can't even see me do that. But we caught this. We anticipated this. We wanted to be bearish here. We kind of wanted to be bearish kind of in this range. We talked about it for many weeks. Go watch the videos, right? Okay, here you have to throw in the towel because here trading is about to get real easy because it's going to be buy every dip. And I know the timing of this video might be a little bit spooky, especially since okay, hey, wait a second. You just almost did 6% with no substantial pullback. So there probably will be a short-term dip, maybe even this week. I'm not sure what will cause it. Maybe it'll be the bombing that just happened. I noticed futures took a small dip, but honestly, what's going on with Israel is no longer a big effect to the US. If we don't get involved, war's bullish, okay? As long as those energy prices don't spike to the moon, then there's really nothing to be concerned about, right? It's going to be noise. We got to remember, for all of this, okay, bull markets climb walls of worry, okay? Just remember that. They climb walls of worry, and people are going to tell them whatever narrative they need to live in themselves to hear to buy this market higher. So you can fight it, you can throw a fit, or you can just make money, okay? Don't overthink it. You're going to hurt yourself. And I also, where is this? I do want to say that it's a pretty lame week for earnings. Not much going on there. We do have the core CPI and the retail, but perfect example of people telling themselves whatever they want to hear to bring this market higher. If we look at the retail numbers, okay, let's say those miss. Okay, market could say, oh, okay, then we're going to get a rate cut. Buy it. If the retail numbers are strong, the market will say, oh, okay, no recession. Buy it. Probably what we're going to see. Okay, so and with the CPI numbers, let me just say, I'm not worried about it. Trump wants them to go lower, and they fired a bunch of people who helped keep track of the data. And so, you know, do I need to say it? I put it together. I think you could put it together. That's what I'm kind of seeing here, guys. There's also kinds of great setups. I really like Google. Look at even CoreWeave. This is a hot running IPO that probably should not be trading this valuation. But if you look at the chart, actually, there's a better chart here. This trend line right here, you reclaim that trend line, you're probably going to new highs, right? I know there's names like Tesla that are a bit of a mess, but even this name, when I look at the confluence of the daily and weekly, I know the price action's been a bit odd, but it's bullish. It's crazy bullish, right? We had some stuttering here on the daily, but this thing also wants to go up, and this is actually the top holding in my portfolio. But let's take a break here. Actually, pause, guys. Pause on this. Lots of people all over the socials have been talking about how they're worried about Elon. They're worried about the politics. He started a new political party. That's not what I signed up for. Okay, well, has anything fundamentally changed for what you quote unquote signed up for? No, right? We're still building the massive infrastructure of automized robotic systems, right? I mean, just think about it. We're building the entire infrastructure for automized, self-driving, and massive robotic systems. You still have Optimus. You still have the self-driving, which is now en route, taking off. Partnerships, even with Waymo, to secure leadership positions and keep yourself well integrated. You still have XAI as a support system as well. So when you're investing in this, you're not just investing in Tesla. You're also investing in the other pieces of Elon because they're all interconnected to some extent. So I when, you know, I understand that this might not be a time where you guys feel comfortable adding, but there's a lot of people because of the volatility in the stock that are selling right now. And honestly, I think that means you're a shit investor because if because that's noise. And I know some of you guys feel very strongly about your politics, but half of you won't give a fuck in 3 months. Excuse my language. It's just the truth. Half of you won't even remember that you were so passionate about what's going on right now. Because honestly, this shit matters that little. Okay? It might feel important. It's fucking not. And some of you just need to hear that right now. Volatility is a gift. Okay? Just ask Bitcoin. Has Bitcoin been worried about its volatility? It's performed every single asset since its existence. Why does this chart look so weird? Is it buggy? But why does this chart look so weird? Which one is this? Give me this. Yeah, there we go. Right. Volatility. Okay, it's been a rough ride, right? But volatility is what sent this higher, right? Volatility is a gift. When volatility explodes to the upside, it explodes. And Tesla's got a lot of volatility. It's got a great storyline. It's only $1 trillion company. And I did say only $1 trillion company because this thing could be worth far more than that in the next 5 years. Okay. The other thing I want to cover is we have our performance tracker up and running. So make sure you check this out because you can see all my wins and losses. If you think that I make this shit up and then it's not legit, well, guess what? You can go right here. You can go to our developer's website and you can look at the trade tracker yourself. There's the raw code for it. You can see how it's tracked, how it functions, and then you can also explore the raw real-time code with it as well, and request it. We'll send it to you, and then you can verify, have a third-party verify that this is legit, that I am getting this performance, that I am this consistent. And if you're confused on the sizing gradings here, you can click this guy, and you can go to some of our free education that kind of explains how you should properly size your trades and how the rating system works for them. So yeah, there's tons of like free education like that, by the way, in the Discord. So make sure you go check that out and maybe you'll learn something and make some money. Also, why can't GPT give me a goatee? Maybe we'll answer that next week. Anyways, God bless. Y'all have a great weekend. Or, well, the week's about to start. So I'll see you in the morning. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll be live every morning. Let's make some money. Okay? Tune in. God bless.